Okay, buckle up. Are you holding on? All right. From Tacoma, Washington, the home of the hot rod, it's time to go Cruzin Northwest. Cruzin is brought to you by Chevrolet, the heartbeat of America. See it at Walker Chevrolet at 633 Division Avenue on the Park in Tacoma. And now let's see who won this week's I Want to Be the Host contest.
Hi, welcome to Cruzin Northwest. I'm Dick Page, and I'm going to be your host for the next half hour. And don't forget our license plate promotion. Send in those license numbers. In fact, get a pencil and paper ready. We're going to tell you about a lot of things a little later in the show, many of which you'll want to make a note about. And now we're off to today's show.
You don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. Oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy. Oh boy. The world can see that deep.
And L.H. Bates Vocational Technical School has built a brand new, beautiful facility on 78th and South Sprague, right off the freeway here in Tacoma. And this year, in order to invite the public out to an official grand opening, see the new facilities, they decided to have a car show as part of the event. And we were privileged to participate. It's going to be an annual event. And we are here at L.H. Bates today, where I teach a custom painting class, and one of my students, Jerry Muntz, has his custom painted fender here.
Hi, Dick.
And we're a couple thousand of our closest friends have a message for you.
Hi, Cruzin Northwest! Welcome to Bates!
Now let's go check out some cars. See the variety of vehicles that we have here today. A chop-top American Racing Brown 49 Ford, maybe even a 50. DeSoto grill, French headlights, chop-top, and a Rolls-Royce. What do you think? Well, actually, this is a Bentley, isn't it? I'm here with Bill Moeller. And Bill, what's your official title with L.H. Bates?
Oh, director of the school, but assistant superintendent for the district, Dick. Long title.
And Bill's the one responsible for this mess out here today. It was Bill's idea to do this. He's an old car fan from a long time ago. I can say that because we went to Lincoln High School together.
I put more of the blame on you, Dick. I woke up one Saturday morning, turned on the television, and saw you and thought, well, that's a great idea. With all of the space we have out here at the South Campus, why not have a car show?
And Bill has a special message for all you cruisers.
If you're not cruising, you're losing, and if you're not learning, you're losing.
That's right. And L.H. Bates is a good place to learn, and it's a good place to cruise today. Thanks, Bill.
You bet. Thanks, Dick.
And we're here with Dennis Smith, and we're looking at his 49 Chevy Coupe. And Dennis, where'd you get this car?
Found it in a barn up at Eatonville, Washington.
About 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago.
Beautiful car, lowered, filled hood, louvered hood, Appleton spotlights, filled door handles and trunk. Nice example. I even like the skirts.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking to us.
You bet.
Hi, we're here with Dave Knutson, a 48 Chev four-door, beautiful blue car, nice decorative pinstriping. Also been one of my favorite cars. You just recently purchased this car, didn't you?
Yes, I bought it 2 weeks ago from Phil Hayward. Brian Mace did the painting on it. The car was painted about 8 years ago. In 1980 is when they fixed the car up.
I know it's been around for a while, Dave. It's a pretty car and an attractive addition to the show here at Bates today. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
All right.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Right back. If you're not cruising, you're losing.
A treasure house of automotive parts, a source for the impossible-to-find part, a factory to create that special part. It's all that and more. It's Hagen's. Hagen's Auto Parts at 8526 River Road in Puyallup, and it's special. Like a museum, but alive with parts. Anything and everything mechanical for your car. Now, there aren't any fenders or truck lids, but there are working parts at Hagen's Auto Parts in Puyallup. If Hagen's hasn't got it, it probably wasn't made.
1988 is off to a strong start, with our customer satisfaction index the highest it's been in every department of the dealership.
Our fleet sales so far this year have been on the rise, and our fleet retail members make huge savings on their individual vehicle purchases.
Our service department is growing every day. Our Chevrolet customer satisfaction index for 1987 shows us as being #1.
Walker Chevrolet, conveniently located at 633 Division Avenue, Tacoma.
Hey, cruisers, it's new and it's exciting. And it's what you've been waiting for. It's Cruzin, the magazine. And it's here now. Available at all Performance Corner stores, along with other select Northwest locations. And Cruzin magazine for October will have even more color and even more pages. You'll want to get in on our special Cruzin offer for new subscribers. Just $18 for 12 issues. And with your paid subscription, we'll send you a free copy of the collector's first edition of Cruzin. So be sure to subscribe now and get into Cruzin, magazine that is. Send your $18 check or money order to Cruzin Magazine, Post Office Box 774 in Freeland, Washington, zip 98249. Subscribe now. Remember, if you're not cruising, you're losing.
All right, Dan Hickman has his 1929 Model A sedan here. This has been a long-time project. I think you should call this car Perseverance. How long have you been working on this car?
It's been about 18 years now I've had it. Mainly the last couple of years I've been doing the work, but...
Been driving it for about a year now. You had it at Yakima last year.
Yeah, it was a real good run, too.
I want to thank you for being here today. Did you do most of the work on your car?
Yeah, I did almost everything. I had a lot of help from a lot of good friends that finished it off, but... yeah, most of it was myself.
Traditional street rod stuff, small block Chevy, neat car. Thanks for being with us, Dan.
Okay, thank you.
Here we have a beautiful red 34 Ford Roadster. Mr. Doug McCrimmon, I assume you're from Puyallup?
Tacoma.
Tacoma. Well, I used to know your daddy. He's a famous drag racer, Bob McCrimmon. He used to run around with Ron Myers and some of the guys from the Cam Riders. Someday when you're old enough, I'll tell you some stories about your daddy.
Yeah, I heard a lot of them already, but there's some I don't hear about, too.
How'd this car come about? Did you build this car, or did your dad have a hand in this?
My father had the most part in this one here. He's been looking around, trying to get one together so he can go cruising, hit all the rod runs and all these meets that we have here.
Well, you made it. Thanks for being here with us today at Bates.
Thank you.
Thanks. Mini trucks are really hot, especially in California and around here. They're growing in numbers. There's some real organized mini truck organizations around here, put on some fine events, and this is a hot one in more ways than one. Small block Chev V8, top cut off. Nice example of a custom mini truck and a welcome addition to the show at Bates today. A lot of fine Chevys out here, too. In fact, now we're going to see a 55. This one's for you, Karen. And what you're seeing here, folks, is Dave Williams' beautiful 1955 Chevy. Appears to be wineberry, candy wineberry over pace car blue.
That's right, Dick. It was painted by Lower Columbia College students in Longview, Washington.
Great job, guys. This car is a most outstanding paint job. Not only nicely done, but very unusual. The pace car blue, of course, is a standard underbase color in the PPG Ditzler Deltron system. It's called Radiance 2, candy colors. And this is very, very unusual. The pace car blue actually shows through on all the edges, all the high points in the sun. I've never seen such an outstanding effect from a candy apple paint job. This is very, very nicely done car. Beautifully detailed engine compartment, a very nice job.
Here we are with Bob Sorger and his beautiful red 40 Ford supercharged small block Chevy.
How you doing, Dick? Nice being here today.
Thank you for being here at LH Bates. Beautiful car. Nice addition to the show, Bob.
Yeah, we've had this in the family for about 8 years now. My son and I did most of the work on it. Built the motor up, had Fred Walden paint it for us, and Rick Pop supplied us all of our parts.
All right, thanks, guys. Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
Hi, Jonathan. If you're not cruising, you're using. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Dick Webster. We want you all to be champions.
Your car club needs that champion look. Quality athletic wear in jackets, t-shirts, and hats. Custom styled, silk screened, or computer embroidered to fit your needs. With the full champion guarantee. The champion selection of trophies, plaques, and pins is second to none. For the complete line of quality supplies, you know the name.
Champions!
Now meet the team. Watch for the old jock, the 40 Ford sedan, meet Dick Webster, and get the champion look.
Hey, cruisers, it's new and it's exciting. And it's what you've been waiting for. It's Cruzin, the magazine. And it's here now. Available at all Performance Corner stores, along with other select Northwest locations. And Cruzin magazine for October will have even more color and even more pages. You'll want to get in on our special Cruzin offer for new subscribers. Just $18 for 12 issues. And with your paid subscription, we'll send you a free copy of the collector's first edition of Cruzin. So be sure to subscribe now and get into Cruzin magazine, that is. Send your $18 check or money order to Cruzin Magazine, Post Office Box 774 in Freeland, Washington, zip 98249. Subscribe now. Remember, if you're not cruising, you're losing.
Lacey Auto Wrecking has been a part of the South Sound community since 1983. Now you'll see the name in a little different light. So when you think parts, foreign or domestic, or when you need road service or towing in the South Sound area, call Lacey Auto Wrecking and Towing. It's the law.
Gary Anderson, a former Bates student, was there with his race car, one of the stars of the show, along with the antique classic cars, and the Chevy Truck Club was there. A little bit of something for everybody, even the motorcycles. This is Kenny Ingalls, American Indian, a nice example of the breed. And here's one of our younger drivers. Now let's check out Creative Dave Stiller's latest project.
All right, what we have now is Tim Hansen's 80 Corvette. And you just came back from California. What happened down there?
I went to Carcraft Street Machine Expo in Sacramento. We had a good time. I got second in show. It was hot down there, 95 degrees. That's about it. There's a lot of people there. There was 800 entries, and 2,500 people showed up.
Out of 800 entries, this car took second place in its class, and we're really proud to have this car here today at LH Bates. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for coming. Beautiful car.
Hey, Mom.
You know, there's been a car running around the streets. Just drives me crazy. It's a beautiful black chop top 62 Chevy. I keep seeing it go the other way. I've never had a chance to talk to the owner, but this is the first time I saw the car standing still. Belongs to Mr. Eric Baxter. It's a squashed 62 Chevy. Even says so on the license plates. This is a tough one to do, too, because of the way the windshield curves. And now this is the winner of our under 21 division, which I had the honor of being able to judge.
And I assume by now, Eric Anderson with this 79 Pontiac Trans Am Candy Red, you must know that you won the Under 21 award.
Well, I know it's kind of tough, but I hope I did very well in it.
Yeah, you did. You won the award, and You're 20 years old, correct?
Yes, thank you.
Well, that's it. It's legal. You got it. Beautiful car. When did you start this car?
Well, I've had it for 2 years. I've had the motor in for a little over a year, and the paint was just done in March, so it's fairly fresh.
Who painted this beautiful car for you?
A guy named Herb Alley in Kent.
Nice car, Eric. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And we're going to have Cops and Rodders a little later in the show after a commercial break. But first, we're going to go talk to Mr. Bob Mailer, his beautiful red Chevy truck, and see what he's done to update it. Bob's the guy that never leaves well enough alone. And the only thing he's more proud of than his truck is his legs. Check this out. And Bob Mailer's here today with his updated Chevy truck that was featured in the magazine and on Cruzin Northwest not too long ago.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Cruzin Northwest.
Right on, Bob.
EU cars, if you're 54 or older, you're obsolete. Don't have to be. Come up to date with rack and pinion steering, disc brakes, power assists. Do it with a prepackaged bolt-in front-end kit designed expressly for 37 to 54 Chevy passenger cars by RB's Obsolete Automotive in Snohomish. Do it all yourself with manual home tools at half the cost of a standard rebuild and enjoy a safe, comfortable ride with modern replaceable parts in a kit from RB's Obsolete Automotive.
Thanks, RB's.
Get ready!
When we move fast. When we hit with irresistible force. Adventure training in the Army National Guard.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Adrian.
Hi, I'm Meg.
Hi, I'm Nat.
C-R-U-Z-I-N.
If you're not cruising, you're losing.
Right on.
Hi, this is Officer Larry Andron with the Tacoma Police Department, and with me is Detective Dave Craig. And we're here to answer those letters for Cops and Rodders.
We've received quite a few so far. If you have any questions regarding legality of equipment on your vehicle, make sure you send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to Cops and Rodders.
The story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Today we're going to take a look at some of the safety requirements on vehicles. Let's take a look at, first of all, the seat belts. All vehicles with more than 2 major changes in the vehicle must be equipped with seat belts. Those seat belts, Dick, must be securely fastened to the frame of the vehicle. We're also going to look at the emergency brake. All vehicles must be equipped with a parking or emergency brake that goes to at least 2 wheels on the same axle.
It has to be operated independently of the hydraulic stopping system.
That's correct. Next, we're going to take a look at the steering wheel. Washington state law says a motor vehicle shall be equipped with a continuous rim steering wheel. The outside circumference shall be free of holes or angles capable of catching fingers, buttons, clothing, or jewelry, and have an outside diameter of not less than 12 inches. Next, we're going to look at the horn. Each vehicle must be equipped with a horn. Then we're going to move on to the speedometer. Vehicles must be equipped with a speedometer. In this case, on this car, the reading goes up to 160 miles an hour, surpassing that of state law, but it's kind of fun to have it there. And last, we're going to talk about the high beam indicator. Each vehicle must have a high beam indicator that allows the driver driving at night to know when his high beam lights are on for the safety of oncoming traffic. Now, Dick, we're going to take a look at a neutral safety switch.
This is a small accessory switch that's available from the Jenny Shifter Company. RB Obsolete has them, and this particular one came from Rick Pop out at Vintique for my 32 sedan, which is obviously not equipped with one yet. This is a small accessory type switch that can easily be adapted to a variety of shift linkages, so there's no longer an excuse, folks, for not having a neutral safety switch. A lot of the magazines nowadays, Larry, are showing the current fad of building roadsters with frameless windshield glass, no upper frame on the glass, and that, of course, is not legal in the state of Washington.
That's correct. You must have an enclosed frame on any open-top vehicle.
Okay, I want to thank you, Larry, for being here today, and tell our viewers what they can do if they have questions.
You can send a self-addressed, business-sized stamped envelope to Cops and Rodders, care of Cruzin Northwest.
And now Bill Brasher and Deborah Harris send us some viewer cars. It's a primered 46 Ford pickup. It's going to be a future custom. They're going to chop the top. They also have a 50 Chevy Coupe. And a friend of theirs, Brad Waite, owns a gray primered 57 Chevy. He's going to restore it all original, piece by piece. He's doing it the right way. And viewer Gary Lynch from Spokane sends along his chopped 41 Chevy Coupe, done with real lead. He's owned this rig for a long time. It's got a 6-cylinder in it, with a split manifold for the proper wraps. And John Bowers of Seattle owns a 52 Chevy, 671 blown 468 big block, a Super T10 and a 12 bolt. And Jack Gross from Bremerton owns a 69 Nova, 454 400, runs low 11s, 123 miles an hour. JC Transmission in Bremerton and Jim Taylor help out. All owner done, paint, everything. Red pearl over white. Nice job, Jack.
Street Rodders, it's hard enough to find just the right part for your restoration project. Why take a chance on the proper finish? Art Brass Plating, in business since 1915, has the experience and the proper equipment to permanently plate your precious parts in chrome, copper, nickel, brass, or gold. And there's only one quality at Art Brass Plating: show quality. After all, these are people who own and appreciate classics themselves. Ask about their new powder coating in a variety of colors and textures. Art Brass Plating, where they make you shine.
Round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around. I'm getting bugged driving up and down the same old strip. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip. You're getting real well known. Yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone. I get around, round, round, I get around, 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 I get around, get around, car, 'cause it's never been beat, and we've never missed yet with the girls we meet. None of the guys go steady, 'cause it wouldn't be right to leave your best girl home on a Saturday night. I get around, round, 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 I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around. Get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, 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 get around, round, round, I get around.
And And now my favorite part of the show, the scrapbook, where we get to dig out some old pictures. And speaking of old things, Harold Aschenbrenner, an old friend of mine, dropped in at my night class at Bates the other night, presented me with a 1959 Tacoma Timing Association windshield sticker. Tacoma Timing Association included the adapters, cam riders, drag-ons, and the injectors, among others. Here we have a picture of a 1950 Ford Coupe belonging to Mr. Vern LaCourcier, or LaCourcier, depending on what side of town you're from. This was a high school car that Vern had, and this was really low bucks. I'm going to say this was probably about 1956, 1957. He was inspired by a car that was built in California, Junior's House of Color. Junior worked for George Barris at one time. Vern went down there and used some of the tricks off that coupe, and on this turquoise convertible also. This is a car that Vern had in about 1959, 1960. Arrival of a new baby and a cold winter forced the sale of this car. Vern tells me he sold this car for $250. What a shame. Beautiful chop top Olds flipper hubcaps, peaked and extended fenders. A really nice car. And Milo Johnston from Portland, Oregon, owned this 32 Ford Roadster. Candy maroon, white Naugahyde interior with maroon pleats for accent. Had a padded headliner and an Oldsmobile V8. I took this picture in about 1961, I believe, in the Tacoma Autorama. Another 1961 photo is Barry Danko's 1950 Chevy. I snapped this picture out in front of my mom's house. This had a 265 fuel-injected V8 Chevy in it with a 4-speed. He belonged to the Drag-Ons Car Club. This is a DeMano's 57 Pontiac-powered 32 Ford 3-window coupe, channeled 6 inches. I painted this Hummer bright competition orange out at Gordy Wells Body Shop. And here's another car that I did for Ken Martin and Jim Sabota, 1969 Corvette, fiberglass trends body, extended wheelbase, a very early funny car. And pretty funny looking too is Larry Nixon sitting in this 56 Nomad. Larry's a good friend of mine. I painted this car candy gold, red, maroon, flames, and all kinds of nonsense on it. Well, that's it for this week's Cruzin Scrapbook. If you have pictures, don't forget, pass them on to us. Send a self-addressed, stamped, business-size return envelope if you'd like to have your pictures back. We'll put them on television for you. All right, we've had a great time here at LH Bates Voc Tech School today. A fine car show, partially outdoors, partially indoors. A lot of vehicles here today. Nice participation from a large area. Dick and Helga Grover, you did a fast one. You got 2 awards. You're driving me crazy. I was running around looking for the other car that got an award, but you got Participants Award, Choice, and also People's Choice, Popular Choice. Your fine 36 Ford Roadster. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
All right. And your name was?
Eric Anderson.
Eric Anderson had the red Firebird, and you won what? Let's see, you won the under 21 division. I should know that. I picked that. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Dave Davis.
And Dave, he won People's, Best Paint. Yeah, red Camaro. Beautiful job. Acrylic enamel?
Seekins.
Oh, Sickens. All right. Beautiful job.
I'm Don McLeod, got Best Upholstery.
Best Upholstery with his peachy keen 48 Ford pickup. Thank you, Don. And he did it himself, folks. All right, that's it for another edition of Cruzin Northwest. We all had a good time here today, right? Say right.
Right.
All right, we'll see you next week for more Cruzin Northwest. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration provided by Gourmet on the Go, delivering freshly prepared culinary delights to your doorstep. Or you may take out. Call them for delivery areas. Cruzin Northwest is brought to you in part by Chevrolet, the heartbeat of America. See it at Walker Chevrolet at 633 Division Avenue on the Park in Tacoma.
On MASH, Hawkeye makes up one bit of news.
To develop